Soft, melancholic piano music begins, slightly out of tune. Sounds of distant city ambience blend in. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe it feels imperative docent it to warn others to share the sorrow. It is almost a duty, a societal obligation when one encounters such a disaster. I mean, truly, people spend their entire lives chasing after a semblance of curated beauty, an illusion of effortless joy, and then this. This happens like stumbling into a wasp's nest while searching for wildflowers. The audacity. You see, I've always been drawn to the promise of the city, a shimmering mirage of possibility, draped in the perpetual twilight of ambition. It is just the aesthetic, you understand, the vibe. I was raised on stories of old Hollywood glamour, of smoky jazz clubs and rooftops spilling over with laughter. My grandmother, bless her soul, she fled Minsk after, well, never mind that now, she always said Los Angeles held the last vestiges of true romance. A foolish sentiment, clearly. I should have listened to her haunted sigh instead. I was meant to be attending a fork-end film event, envisioned as an evening of rarefied delight. A curated cinematic experience paired with naturally exquisite cuisine. It's the sort of thing one does, isn't it? A subtle performance of sophistication. I had planned my ensemble for weeks. A vintage silk slip dress the color of a bruised plum with delicate lace detailing. It was an investment, you see, a testament to discerning taste, and I arrive at the Wayfarer Downtown LA Los Angeles. Oh, the name itself. So evocative of wanderlust, of unexplored pathways. A cruel joke as it turned out. The initial encounter with the ground floor staffit was as if I had requested a contrarian opinion on continental philosophy. Complete and utter indifference. I approached, eager, merely 5 minutes past the event's start. 5 minutes, a mere blink of an eye in the grand scheme of existence, and I was met with a wall of glacial disdain. A request to speak to someone, anyone, overseeing the event was dismissed with a dismissive flick of the wrist. Like swatting an impertinent fly. It's deeply uncongenial, isn't it? And the privilege of speaking to someone with a modicum of emotional intelligence. Unthinkable. I needed to express how the event could have been better. How could the entry for the event have been modified? It is the little things one values, you see. The basic courtesy of acknowledgement. Now let's dissect this, shall we? Because ignoring someone for 5 minutes establishes a hierarchy. It is a deliberate power play. A microscopic act of tyranny that reveals a profound lack of respect. Do you agree with me? I can be the only one who finds this disturbing. I always feel a need to connect with other humans because it's the best way to understand my emotions based on their reactions and empathy. I retreated, defeated, to the rooftop bar, seeking solace in the illusion of crafted cocktails. The server, bless her heart, was an anomaly, a genuine spark of humanity amidst the surrounding desolation. The drinks were acceptable. Though acceptable is not good, it is a hollow compliment, a hushed concession to mediocrity. But looming over this small reprieve was a presence, a figure, a man quite large with a beard, radiating an aura of bottomless hostility. He just glared at me, at my fiancée, dismissively and with a sort of subtle power dynamic. You know, like he was some type of enforcer. It was chilling. And the destination fee. Oh, the destination fee, $25 per day. $25 for what exactly? The privilege of existing within the hotel's decaying walls, and the sheer audacity of it. The fee wasn't transferable. They expect you to spend $25 every night at the rooftop bar. It is a blatant shakedown, isn't it? A subtle form of economic coercion designed to exploit the vulnerable and reward the unrefined. It's like being held hostage by a poorly decorer.
Ted Lounge, it is just bad, truly bad. Like the worst kind of economic manipulation they teach you about in university when you are trying to pursue an economics degree.
Oh my goodness, you know, I'm looking into all these crazy crimes that happened near the Wayfarer Downtown LA, Los Angeles. And I'm just so sad and worried, like, what's going on in this world? So like, there was this one jewelry store, Love Jewels, right near the Wayfarer Downtown LA, Los Angeles, and these professional thieves. They tunneled into the store from a neighboring abandoned theater and vacant store. Can you believe it? They disabled the security cameras and alarms, and then they just spent hours inside, drilling through safes and stealing millions of dollars in cash and merchandise. I mean, what's wrong with these people? How could they do something so heartless? I predict that the owners of the store were just devastated, you know. They probably felt so violated and scared. I mean, who wouldn't? And the thieves, they probably got away with it, at least for a while. But like, what's the point of all that money if you're just going to live with the guilt and the fear of getting caught? And then there was this other scam, where these two people from Riverside County, they imported fake iPhones and iPads from China, and they tricked Apple Store employees into exchanging them for real devices under warranty. I mean, come on, how could you do that to people who are just trying to make a living? And Apple, they lost millions of dollars because of this. It's just so unfair. I think the employees at Apple were probably so confused and frustrated, like, how did they not catch on? And the people who did this, they probably thought they were so smart, but really, they're just ruining lives. And what about the people who bought those fake devices? They probably thought they were getting a good deal, but really, they were just getting ripped off. And oh my goodness, there was this retail identity theft ring, where these three people used stolen identities to apply for store credit cards and buy all this merchandise from high-end stores. I mean, how could you do that to innocent people? They probably thought they were getting away with it, but really, they were just causing so much harm. I predict that the people whose identities were stolen were probably so stressed and worried, trying to fix their credit and their reputation. And the thieves, they probably got caught eventually, but not before causing so much damage. And what about the stores? They lost so much money because of this. It's just so sad. And then there was this Apple Store pickup impersonation scam, where people would use fake IDs and QR codes to claim devices that didn't belong to them. I mean, how could you do that to someone who is just trying to get their new laptop? It's just so mean. I think the people who got scammed were probably so frustrated and angry, like, how could someone do this to me? And the scammers, they probably thought they were so clever, but really, they're just ruining people's days. And what about the Apple Store employees? They probably felt so bad, trying to help the real customers, but the scammers were just making it impossible. And finally, there was this boutique scam, where this store, Sophia Mason, they claimed they were closing down because of the wildfires, but really, they were just trying to scam people. I mean, how could you do that to people who are just trying to help? It's just so wrong. I predict that the people who got scammed were probably so upset and disappointed, like, how could someone take advantage of us like that? And the scammers, they probably got exposed eventually, but not before causing so much harm. And what about the people who were actually affected by the wildfires? They probably felt so betrayed, like, how could someone use their tragedy to make a quick buck? I'm just so sad and frustrated, looking at all these scams and frauds near the Wayfarer Downtown LA, Los Angeles. It's just so wrong, you know.
Businesses near the Wayfarer in downtown LA are, frankly, a mixed bag of overpriced mediocrity, poor service, and outright scams. If you're expecting charm, value, or even basic competence, prepare for disappointment. Let's start with parking. If you enjoy the feeling of being financially violated before you even step inside a building, you'll love the area. The Bloc, a mall nearby, charges $44 for just a few hours of parking, a cruel joke disguised as urban convenience. The elevators stuck, the bathrooms, few and far between, with lines longer than a DMV queue. One review even mentioned a homeless man wandering the parking lot with raw chicken, because nothing says luxury shopping experience like a poultry-wielding stranger. Hotels in the vicinity, the London West Hollywood at Beverly Hills, should come with a disclaimer: you will pay $600 a night to be treated like an inconvenience. Staff here have perfected the art of indifference. Rooms smell, AC barely works, and good luck getting a shoehorn without triggering a baffling hotel policy. One guest was charged after being explicitly told their bill was cleared, which is either a clerical error or a quiet heist. Food options: Bäco Mercat is where Spanish cuisine goes to die. Their fusion dishes are less inspired and more a crime against taste buds. Overpowering flavors, missing orders, and bartenders who act like they'd rather be anywhere else. One reviewer described their mushroom coca as an insult, which honestly sounds accurate. Coffee shops: Verve Coffee Roasters serves condescension with a side of espresso. Ask for an outlet. Prepare for a look that suggests you've requested a kidney. Their staff treat customers like trespassers, and the coffee, if you can call it that, tastes like burnt rainwater. Nightlife: the Belasco is a masterclass in how to ruin a concert. Overpriced drinks, chairs zip-tied together like a budget hostage situation, and staff who couldn't organize a one-car parade. One guest paid for a meet and greet only to be kicked out by security, because nothing says hospitality like false advertising. Then there's the Varnish, a speakeasy where the only secret is how they get away with charging $20 for a glass of ice